If AMD can actually compete with the RTX 6080, I'm going to go ahead and take an extremely wild guess, and I'm pretty sure that all of you are also thinking it is most likely due to some sort of AI upscaled feature into
24K resolution and 7,000 FPS when we're just going to get bragging rights about how our AI is just extremely wonderful and how it's so much better than the other companies' AI.
I can't be the only one that feels like that, dude. All these I feel like specs don't even matter anymore. Everything is like, listen to my specs. Wait a second. Those specs were because of this AI. Boop, into oblivion. And to be fair, I don't even really care about whether or not it's AI or if it's real. It's pretty cool to me on both sides. However, there's a lot of stuff to go over today. Very cool stuff. There are some off-topic things to all the geniuses that want to tell me about how they watch a 30-minute video that they dislike and just seemingly for some reason stuck around for 30 minutes as if that's not the most dumb comment in the history of stupid comments. So this right here, new AMD Radeon gaming GPU leaks, looks amazing, and it could beat the RTX 6080 with this AI feature enabled, plus this other enhancement that was created by AI as well. Not that that was actually the title. So either way, the specs here, we got RX 9070 XT. And they point to an extremely powerful graphics card at the top end that is at least 50% more powerful than the Radeon RX 9070 XT, and it could take on the future RTX 6080 from NVIDIA. Now, the really cool thing about what NVIDIA is, NVIDIA, screw you, NVIDIA. I love NVIDIA, literally support NVIDIA, but it's literally only because they have the best graphics card. If AMD could actually not fail and blow it for the first time in history, that would be so great. And just so we're clear, I'm talking about the GPU and CPU. AMD is doing a really good job. Really appreciate all the people that are about to say, they have the 9800 XT. It's such a good CPU. I'm not talking about CPUs, everybody. I'm talking about GPUs. Literally talking about the topic that I, for some reason, started to get foam mouth, cotton mouth, whatever you call that, white spit mouth. That's what happens when you drink a whole pot of coffee in the morning and go to make your video that everybody tells you you're too caffeinated. Either way, what I'm really excited for with AMD stuff, and to be fair, NVIDIA is doing this as well with their N1X chip that they seemingly forgot to release for some reason. How many times have they delayed it? 3 times. But AMD has a new CPU that they're going to be releasing. It's honestly really cool. It's going to be and when I say 1440p gaming, it's actually going to be capable of 1440p ultra, actually not potato 1440p. Or another really great, perfect example of what I want to say right now, Sony PlayStation 5 and everybody claiming about how awesome it is and how it plays game at 4K. And then you somehow launch the exact same game at the exact same resolution on your computer, and it looks like a totally different game. So PS5 here, PC here, 4K absolute potato turd bucket, lowest of the low garbage settings ever. We got 4K. This right here, hey, 4K ultra settings. $5,000 computer, $500 console. $5,500. It's just like the phone example that I love to use in regards to cameras. Sony camera, $4,300 with the lens. $4,300 with the lens. Phone, $1,000. Just so we're clear, over $4,000, 4K, 60 FPS. $1,000 phone, 8K, 60 FPS. Hang on, $1,000, literally 4 times the recording capability. Genius. Okay, so let's go back to the actual video here. So either way, AMD's new CPU, I'm excited for that because it's going to be the new king of budget computer builds, and it's going to be replacing the lower end in budget computer builds. Not that anybody is buying those right now anyways, which really actually sucks for me. But either way, man, there's a bunch of stuff here. I'm not going to go over everything here. We really just need to go over it being 50% better than the 9070 XT. It's going to have a ton of VRAM, but at the same time, it kind of seems like VRAM isn't going to Man, I really do got cotton mouth today for some reason. VRAM isn't going to really matter in the future here because they like the CPUs are turning the actual RAM in the computer. That's driving my OCD crazy. The RAM in my computer, the RAM inside of a computer, like the actual like, because when DDR6, like the actual like this RAM right here in the computer, when that comes, like that's going to be so insanely fast, man, because so we covered that. It was probably like a week or two ago, the speeds, but we're literally getting like 5 times, like it's 5 times the speed, just like this SSD here. So PCIe Gen 6 SSD controller is going to be up to 28.5 gigabytes, 69, oh my God, 69 million IOPS, and 512 terabyte capacity. What the 512 terabyte? Oh, I'm going to download every single game from PS3, every single game from PS2, every single game from every single console from every existing, and then all those 96 terabyte drives that literally cost $7,000 plus can eat a turd bucket. Don't even know how I said that, but I said it. South Korean manufacturer FADU revealed its next generation PCIe Gen 6 SSD controller at FMS 2025. FADU. I like that name. Enterprise grade PCIe, whatever. It's just a really fast SSD in a language that I definitely do not understand. Let's go ahead and take a guess. I don't know. PCIe Gen, whatever. Here's all your specs. I don't need to read anything else. It's just a really fast SSD. So this right here, I want to talk about. Activision owns up to ugly Call of Duty skins, reverses course on Black Ops 6 skins, transferring and promises authentic. Man, hold up. Man, that's so much better. All right. I forgot where I was in this extremely long, not clickbait title that literally explains the entire article. That is such a long title. But yeah, dude, there's your title right there. So I'm going to be honest, like stuff like this, I don't care about. I genuinely don't care about this, dude. But listen, man, I really don't care what people do with their life. I genuinely just don't care. Okay. Like, actually, I forgot to put this on repeat. I was playing Crash Bandicoot the other day. I don't feel like it pausing and going black. It'll miscombobulate my brain later. Which it literally just did. So skins like this, I really don't care about, and I don't care what people do with their life, man. Okay, but when games stop hopping on the trend of this, like, and listen, dude, I don't. It's so hard because like if it was like a company every once in a while, or a show every once in a while, or a movie every once in a while, I really don't think that or a game every once in a while, I don't think people would like actually care about like putting a Cardi B freaking, what was that noise? Cardi B skin inside of the, oh, is it my freaking, oh no. Please tell me I have my desk. Okay, I do have my desktop muted. I was gonna say, what do I hear right now? The Cardi B skin, yeah, man. Whatever. I don't even know where I was going with that, but either way, I'm just saying, dude. I don't think people would have much of a problem with the like skins and stuff having. I'm trying to like make sure I don't get sued in the future here by making an extremely like small statement of a pink girl skin inside of a fucking FPS game. Hello. So a thick, fat, pink skinned girl that clearly, dude, if you don't see something wrong with that, man, I don't know what to tell you. What the fuck, man? Yeah, well, let's go ahead and move on because I genuinely just don't. I don't really know what to say because I just don't care what people do with their life. If a dude likes a dude, whatever, man, don't really care. If a dude wants to be a chick, don't care. If a dude wants to be some sort of fucking squirrel skunk hybrid of a raccoon porcupine, dude, do whatever you want. I really don't care, man. Or what are they called? Fluffies or something? I just don't care. But listen, man, like you got to remember, like kids play these games. All right. And listen, dude, it honestly makes me really sad that people like hop on this trend of like kids should just let kids do whatever they want. All right. Because what happens is like when these games put this type of stuff inside of them, it makes the kids, it changes the way the kids think. Just like really think about this. Like rewind time to being 5 years old. Forget all the shows you watched. Forget everything all the toys you played with. Forget all the, like everything. Okay. Just forget everything that you did, which I'm genuinely hoping was like more than 10 years ago when all this crap started. Okay. So 10 years ago. Well, let's just go 15 years ago. I'm hoping that you're at least 20 years old watching my videos. Okay. So if we rewind time now, I want you to, again, wipe the slate clean. Okay. And let's now enable your video game that you were playing, which was 15 years ago, absolutely badass characters, like owning the crap out of everyone. It was just like badass games. That's what they were. Games now, they've been pussified. There's like this trending video on YouTube that like literally explains the pussification of video games. And I watched it a few weeks ago and he's so accurate. Now, like, think about who you would be right now, 15 years later, changing these like video games that you were having fun with, it was just a video game. It wasn't politically correct. It was just a friggin' video game meant to have fun, not trying to not offend people by not having them in the game, as if that's some sort of an offensive thing to not include somebody. What? So, hey, there's no fat black person that's a guy chick hybrid in a porcupine suit that wears makeup to make him look like a skunk. Imagine being a kid and seeing that and how fucked your brain would be after. Like, dude. That's why people have a problem with it, man. And then if we don't have this fat like skunk porcupine hybrid of a freaking dude chick man, like dude, come on, like. And it's fun. The reason I'm laughing, dude, is because it's actually happening, and it's so sad. All right, so let's. It really is it's so twisted. All right, so this right here, I'm probably gonna cut a lot of that out. We didn't need to go down that rabbit hole. But dude, it's messed up, and I don't think anybody's gonna disagree with me on that. So the 4th generation of primary RGB tandem OLED monitors are here. Gigabytes showcase. So this is like 4K 240 hertz, all the way up to like, I'm pretty sure like the highest refresh rate is like 700 hertz or something like that. 500. I just saw where did it go? 500 right here. So 500 hertz models. We got 280 hertz. There is a 700 hertz monitor out there. I forget which one it is, but you see the big problem with these really high end monitors is that for creators and stuff, at least, is like they start looking totally like these two monitors. These two monitors are both 4K 240 hertz. This one over here is just I'm pretty sure it's a Lenovo monitor. I have it flipped. Yeah, it's a Lenovo 4K 60 hertz, but it's just like a whatever, just a freaking monitor that was on sale on Amazon. And then you get a TV over there, and like these are good monitors. Like these ones are good. That one's like whatever. I got that freaking thing for like $100. And then the TV back there was like 1,300, but it's a freaking TV, so it's more expensive. Like it looks different across everything. Then you have your phone. The same thing with my mic as well. It's like you get a really good pair. So the reason I'm going down this rabbit hole is because not everybody can afford a $1,500 monitor. You know what I mean? And like these ones are going to be like $2,000. These ones are very expensive. Like the benefits of it. Where's the price? There is like these are very, 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 very. I mean, it's new, so it's just kind of obvious that it's gonna whatever. But there's a lot of like. I know everyone's gonna, oh, I don't want it now. AI, there's a lot of AI built into it, which again, I really don't care about AI, dude. It is what it is. I just don't really care. If it's a better experience, that's really all I care about. However, when when I don't know how else to I don't know how else to say what I want to say here. So whatever. My brain's getting really miscombobulated. I hate silence and my air conditioner's off right now and I'm like I hate silence because it makes me like worry. For some reason, like silence makes me worry. I don't know why. But the reason I was explaining all of that is because when you have a really high end monitor that other people have, or you have like a really high end headset or something, it's like the people that are like watching your content, they're not seeing what you see, they're not hearing what you hear. And then you get people that start complaining about it. Just like how people complain about me getting off topic, although the literal title and thumbnail was like already covered 15 minutes ago. You absolute genius of a human being still watching my video about to tell me how I'm getting off topic. You're so intelligent. It really is. It's here we go. So here's a 540 hertz one. As you can see, you can have at least see why I would not like go cover all of this, dude. This is a big article. But either way, that's really where I was going with that. And this right here, it's just so crazy. I feel so old, man. Like this is isn't No Man's Sky like 10 years old at this point? Release. I want to see when this released. August 20. Yeah, it's 10 years old. That's so crazy. I feel so old, bro. I really do. I feel old. Old AF. So either way, wait, hold up. Wrong article. So No Man's Sky, there's an update again. I can't believe how far a game has come like that. It's really cool to see a game being, it's not really my cup of tea anymore. I played it to the point of just not really enjoying it anymore. I don't know about you, but I can't play games for more than a few hours. I don't know what it is. I get bored with them it's why I like retro games. Like I can play you pretty much retro games like only lasted like 4 or 5 hours anyways. You know, did I not put that on? Okay. I thought I was going to say I put that on repeat. However, No Man's Sky update for those of you that want to go and check out that game again. This right here, i9 14900KF breaks world records 9.1 gigahertz. That is freaking insane, dude. That is so crazy. But the holy hiccup right there. But the crazy thing about this, like, it's like, I'm not saying that it's like pointless to do, but like what I would love to see during this kind of stuff is I would love to see like I know I'm not the only one that's thinking this. Can you imagine like these overclockers that are doing this kind of stuff? Can you imagine like actually watching them play a game like while it's running at 9 gigahertz and seeing what it would be like? Because these like again, I'm not saying it's pointless and it is kind of cool to see this stuff, but where I'm getting at is like they benchmark it. Like that's what they do. Like they just benchmark it. And while I'm fully aware that they're doing that because if they have a game, I'm guessing the rest of the computer is going to be working too hard, so they can't overclock it to where it should be overclocked. I get it. But what I'm saying is like, would it not be like so much more enjoyable to like see something like this and like compare it to like 14900 KF here, 14900 KF at 9 gigahertz over here while playing a game versus just the benchmarking software? I know I'm not the only one that think that would be super awesome. So this right here, this undetectable AI-powered aimbot physically moves the mouse pad to cheat inside of Valorant, an invention so unholy, I demand it to be cast down to the depths of hell where it belongs. So, dude, I just don't understand. What I don't understand why people do. It's like hackers. Like what is the point of that? Like I don't like, what is the actual point? And I'm not talking about like the people that steal your credit card information or take money from you. Like, at least I'm not saying that I agree with that crap, but it's at least understandable why they're, oh hey, they're hacking you so they can steal your money and go to jail for a felony. Really smart decision there, genius. Okay. I'm talking about the people that just hack you to steal your information, to sell it to somebody else. So I guess I'm actually kind of countering what I said. So I guess it's actually understandable. But either way, like, what the dude? Oh, hey, I want to be really good at this game that I'm cheating in. Is it not the point of playing games to like play it? Is that not the entire purpose of the game? Play the game. What is this doing? It's like, and it's like, it's even like the exploits that people find in games. Like, what is the point? At least for like whatever, like the reason I'm saying like a Destiny is a good example of this is like people used to like the first Destiny. I haven't played Destiny 2 in a really long time, but the first Destiny, I played the crap out of that game. Like people used to sit in front of the cave and they would just sit there for hours and hours and hours, just killing enemies rather than like actually playing the game. Cause they were, for those of you that aren't aware, it was like one of the first of its kind when it came out. It was like an MMORPG, first person shooter, multiplayer, open world hybrid of a video game. It was kind of one of its own when it first came out. And there was a cave in the literal first world that you go into, and enemies would constantly spawn. Like you had to sit a certain distance, and it was like an exploit, and you had to continuously kill enemies over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and they would continuously spawn, and you would get loot from that. And then everybody that did that a month later would bitch and moan and complain about how there's nothing to do. Hey, genius. You literally just exploited the game for like 20 hours sitting in front of a cave, killing enemies over and over and over and over and over again. Now you're going to complain about how there's nothing to do? Genius, intelligent human being. Or then it's like these FPS, like this dude as well. Like, what is the point of this? You're literally just like, oh hey, nice. Oh whoa, hey, whoa, look, oh my god, he's like, it's just like I'm playing the game. Whoa, look, I'm playing the game, everyone, look at me. Is that why people do it? Hey, I have bragging rights. Oh, hey, look, I'm not even touching my mouse and keyboard. Bragging rights right here, everybody. Look at me playing this. I'm an absolute beast. End game credits. Hey, everybody, I just cheated and killed everybody. I'm so good. That's literally the entire purpose of this. Man, I really do. I got caught and I got something going on. I think I'm dehydrated. So this right here, just so we're clear, nerd out time. 30 minutes into the video, just saying. This is the rest of the video. We're talking about off-topic things to all the geniuses that are about to leave the comment about me getting off topic, yet they're going to continue to watch it. So Google could be killing Android emulation with its new policy update. I actually am going to talk about that at the end of the video because I'm honestly, all four of my channels, like YouTube has this like auto ban and delete comments feature. Dude, I put probably like, I want to say probably like 40 or 50 statements and words from like just people that comment on YouTube. I've always left that blank because I've just never cared. Like when people like leave these comments in the comment section, just like that irritate me. It's engagement. I just don't care. You know what I mean? But dude, they're really getting to me lately because there's certain channels that are doing better than the others. Okay. And when I'm, because I actually respond to my comments. It's one of the main reasons I do YouTube, man, is because of the community aspect. It gives me a sense of purpose, and it gives me it makes, I know everyone, oh, well, it's freaking people on the internet. It makes me feel like a somebody. And I know that sounds stupid to some of you, dude, but I didn't really have friends growing up. I lived in hospitals for like 13 years of my life. I had a lot going on with me. And so like 13 years of so from age like 11 to like 20, 23 or 24, like that was pretty much me living inside of hospitals. And yeah, so I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Point being is I'm one of the only creators that actually read their comments and reply to them. Okay. So when I'm reading comments across 4 different channels, they're starting to irritate me because right now, and this has always happened. Okay. So this is nothing new, but right now with AI and everybody being fake freaking idiot. All right. It's happening more and more and more frequently. So and since I'm me and you're not me and you don't understand what I'm saying here. So what happens is I like every single one of my channels has the exact same thing. Depending if it's the PC channel, if it's the chat channel, if it's the retro channel, if it's the talks channel, if it's the diary channel. All right, each one of them starts off with the same thing. The PC channel, I am your online goofy friend talking about PC hardware and PC news and just PC stuff. The chat channel is more like PC gaming and like emulation stuff. They're very similar channels, but unfortunately with YouTube, dude, you really have to like niche down. Like when I say niche down, I mean like niche down, like PC gaming and emulation, PC hardware. You see, that's how if you're trying to start a YouTube channel and you're not growing, that's why. Is because you're not finding a reason for people to continue to watch you. Or my retro channel, it's pure like emulation consoles, not the retro games, okay, but and the reason I started all these is because I'm just a human, man. I like different things. But unfortunately with YouTube, you can't really, unless you're Penguinzo or Charlie, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, and just you were in the Hunger Games, so everybody likes you because you're a famous actress and you just cover whatever the hell you want to because of that. You know, not everybody's a famous freaking actor that was in a movie, okay? So not everybody can just talk about whatever they want. All right. So most people have to like niche down. So yeah. So I've found a way because this is really what I like. I like PCs, everything. Okay. Like I like everything. I'm not just into hardware. I'm not just into gaming. I'm not just into this. I'm not just into that. Emulation, retro games. I like collecting the retro consoles because the Nintendo console right here, it has a different experience than if I have a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, GameCube, Wii U, and they have like different cases. Like if you were on Amazon, they have like different cases and different controllers. And you can imagine this like right now as I'm about to explain this to you. Imagine having a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a Sega Genesis, each with their own controller and playing them versus plopping a computer right here, downloading everything and just emulating it. Do you see how much of a difference that experience would be? Just your actual console here playing versus computer playing. Do you see how much of a difference that would be? So that's why I collect those. But like, unfortunately with YouTube, man, like that's how it makes me sad. It makes me sad that that's the path YouTube took because it is the platform that changed my life. It is what I love to do. All right. But it just, so I don't know why I don't need to explain this any further, but the point being is like, if you're trying to start a YouTube channel and you're not growing, that's why. Like you might think you're making like similar content, but like a gameplay channel as an example, like if you're playing Mario and then you play Call of Duty and then you play some MMO, World of Warcraft, and then you play Crash Bandicoot, like that's a Nintendo game. Then you're playing an FPS game. then you're playing an MMO game, then you're playing a platformer. That's why people are not watching you. So how you would actually grow that channel is, unfortunately, you would need to start 4 different channels. One aimed at Nintendo games, or in other words, Mario. I think that's the first game I said. And then another channel for MMO games, then another channel for FPS games, then another channel for platformers. That's literally that's how you have to niche. And that's why I have all the channels that I have, because I run a PC business. So I need to stay up to date with PC hardware. I'm not just going to waste my time looking this stuff up. I'm going to open it all, talk about it, and share it like a normal human friend would do. Okay. And then PC gaming, if I want to talk about PC gaming, I'm going to not waste my time looking into it and talk about PC gaming. And then if I want to play a retro game to bring back memories and nostalgia, like Sonic, okay, or Crash Bandicoot, or Ratchet and Clank, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, then I'm going to share that, dude. And then it's like, because I need the retro emulation stuff, I'm spending, why would I not create, like, so can you see? I'm just, whatever. I'm just saying, dude, there's a reason that certain channels blow up. Let's actually get back to, I can't believe community and just understanding YouTube. Hopefully that was of value to anybody that actually wants to start a YouTube channel, which is literally the most popular job people want to do. And I don't blame people. I wouldn't want to be a slave working a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life either, which is why I don't, you know? And that is literally what being an employee is. So this right here, this is honestly a super awesome handheld. But the big problem with this right now is that all these handhelds, and like even the Kinhank X5, the video, depending on which channel you're watching, which that's actually that's a huge problem for me, is that like, if I could make a video for my PC hardware, my PC news, my retro gaming, if I could make a video for each of my channel every day, I could. But because I'm a human, just literally sharing things I enjoy and that come into my mind, I can't repeat myself. So it's like, I have to make a video for this channel, then that channel, then that channel, all separate days. So yeah. But so anyways, where I was going with that is this Android, these handhelds, they're all running Android, unfortunately. And this includes the ones that have like RetroBat and also whatever that, like, that's still running on Android. So that's why this is a big problem. And then this right here, this is just so for those of you that are unaware, there was it's not going to actually, oh, there we go. Wow, really great high resolution photo there. Well, I'm going to go back. That looks like absolute crap. Oh my goodness, it zoomed in on this website. For those of you that are unaware, there was a 3DS console that was released, but it's literally like, how much was it? Like $1,200. I'm pretty sure it's like $1,200. This one's it's literally $1,000 less. Obviously, the specs are like absolute potato in comparison, but for people that are looking to like play retro games and stuff, this is really all you need. The $1,200 one is really aimed at people that are looking to also play Steam games, Epic Games games, and just like PC games. You know what I mean? Because look, you really don't. Like, I have that little mini PC that I have with the 8945HS. Like, that's like a $600 mini PC. And it literally plays everything. It plays everything other than the Xbox and the Xbox 360. But that, like, those emulators are really unoptimized. They're not optimized. So it's harder to run those. Whereas literally everything like PS3, Nintendo Switch, like all the way up to those minus Xbox and Xbox 360, everything runs great. Like upscaled to 4K. PS2 I can upscale to 4K. PS3 I can upscale depending on the game. PS3 is kind of random. PS3 upscale to 4K on a little freaking mini PC. So these like all these like specs and stuff that keep like increasing. It's kind of why I started this out with the whatever the Radeon whatever's their 10,900 GPU in comparison to the 6080, because it really is. And what I said about the AI, where it's like this battle of who has the best AI stuff, that because that's literally what it is at this point. It's just who has the better AI software. Because we're like, if you have a 4090 or a 5090, you're already playing games at 4K 200. Like, what is the point of getting something else? It's kind of why I still have a 4090 in my computer, and I bought a 5090 laptop because I don't need anything other than a 49. And to be honest, I probably would have gotten a 5090, but with all the like black screens and crap, and then people having their cables catch on fire, I'm not, because I leave my computer on most of the day. Like when I go to render a video or upload a video, unfortunately, I don't have fiber internet where I live. And just so we're clear, I do have gigabyte internet, but unfortunately I have Spectrum's version of gigabyte internet, or in other words, I have 1,000 megabytes download, which I could give a subsingular F about. I care about my upload speed. And unfortunately, the highest upload speed that I can get is 50 megabytes per second. So when I'm uploading a 4K 50-minute video, that takes a minute, bro. Okay? So when I'm uploading my 40 gigabyte file to my potato ass 50 megabytes per second internet, that takes a couple hours to upload. So I go for a walk as my video's uploading. I don't just sit here and wait, oh man, hey, look, it's at 2%. 2 minutes later, it's at 3% now. I don't just sit here and wait. So that's really why I didn't get a 5090, is because I don't feel like getting back home and having my entire building on fire, you know? Right? So that's why I never got a 5090 desktop. But anyways, this is really cool to see. There's not many handhelds out there that have this like 3DS style of this 3DS style of handheld, if that's what I want to say. But the problem with that is just that Android, man, because this is running Android as well. And then the last two things are just some shows that I wanted to share with you. I'm not really going to talk about this. This is just cool because I watched this when I was a kid. And then this right here, I really like The Walking. I know a lot of people say it's repetitive and it's just repetitive. I don't know, man. I still watch it. Like, I legitimately liked this show. Like I want to say it took me about 5 episodes to actually get into it. But I feel like a lot of those shows that I've really enjoyed are they all start out really slow and boring, and they make you not want to watch them. But they it's not it so just like The Walking Dead is an example of this. The Expanse on like the outer space show on Netflix, or not Netflix, on Amazon Prime Video. Uh, Game of Thrones. What's another one that I did this with? Point being is like all these like shows that I really like actually started enjoying like after the first like 3 or 4 episodes. They're all like my favorite shows. But the problem is they all take that like 5 whatever. I'm going to say 5 episodes cuz The Expanse, I want to say, when spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't watched the second or third episode of The Expanse, out of like 200 episodes. Snowpiercer is another one I did this with, like that train where they're on that survive. That's a more recent show that I watched. Snowpiercer. It's like this apocalyptic ice age, like, for those of you, look it up. Anyways, my point being is like most shows that I actually really liked, they all did that to me, and I genuinely still and all the spin-offs as well, like yeah, all the spin-offs. Daryl Dixon, The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. Walking Dead City, right? Isn't that the? There's so many of them, but I like them all. I really did, and it's not the zombie. I really don't care about the zombies, but they do a really good job with the story. Like I really don't care about the zombies, honestly. Like if I'm to be completely honest, when the zombies come in, it really is kind of corny. If I'm being real, um, and you can just kind of tell it's acting, which I absolutely hate. When I can tell, like if I can tell a show's like if I can tell there's a show where people are acting, I'm out. Like I'm peace, bro. But so what I think the developers of all these shows that I actually like allowed the actors to do is they set up a scene, they told the actors the story, and because the actors know the story, they're able to free flow their conversation. So it comes out naturally. And because of that, I enjoy it because it doesn't come across as fake or acting. Whereas a lot of these whatever. Prime is terrible, man. Like so the issue with Prime Video isn't that like I don't need to go down that path. So they don't tell you which language the show is in that you're gonna watch, because they have their freaking AI built into it now, so it'll translate everything, but it's out of sync with the voice, out of sync with the mouth. And I can't watch it because of that, or it's just not converted, and you have to read subtitles again. I'm dipping if that's the case. I can't. I just can't stand it. Like looking at somebody's mouth not lined up with what I'm hearing. I don't like it. Subtitles, I'm reading the subtitles. I absolutely despise reading. Okay. So I dip because I'm not going to watch a show that I can't understand. And secondly, I'm not really sure why anybody watches anything with subtitles because you're literally reading, you're not watching a show. You can't freaking watch a show and read at the same time. Unless you have some sort of hybrid ability to where one eye looks up as this one reads, which that would be the dopest thing in the world. And I would love for you to share your ability to do that. That would be pretty cool if I could just seamlessly look at this right here and remember what I'm talking about as I look at the camera. Getting way off topic. What I was saying there is I just I share what I'm interested in. And because I share what I'm interested in, content gets longer. So the reason I was saying I probably should at this point, just because of how long content is getting, because listen, dude, I really don't, I don't watch many YouTubers anymore. Again, it's because of the fakeness. Look, I don't care what anybody says, dude. At this point, with where I'm at, I can't watch business channels anymore. I can't watch YouTube advice channels anymore. I can't watch hardware channels anymore. I can't watch PC and just so we're clear, because PC hardware, they're all fake. They're all trying to fucking sell you something with their affiliate link, claiming it's a review and it's a friggin' unboxing of something they have not used. And just so we're clear, yes, I do affiliate marketing, but I built the computer with you. I build it. I literally build the computer. I don't just take something out of the box and say, hey, look at this thing I have not used. You should buy it so I can earn money from you. I literally build the computer and test it. So there's a huge difference, dude. It's like a perfect example of this is I want to get a new Garmin. It's a fitness watch. I wanted to get a new Garmin watch, and I was trying to browse a review on YouTube, which was so difficult to do now because you have this review, click it. Oh, hey, this is AI generated. No thanks. Let me go find a different video. Another AI generated video. Let me go find a different one. Okay, this guy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, 3 minutes into the video, the guy has done absolutely nothing other than show me the fucking watch, not using it. Oh, hey, thanks for just wasting 3 minutes of my time. Let me go find a fifth video. Oh, hey, whoa, look at this. The guy's actually recording footage and he has 2 different watches on his wrist. Ding! I found a video after watching 5 other ones that were just completely useless. So so this is why I really do, I'm really getting fed up with YouTube, man. It's so depressing to see where a website has gone, and they're implementing AI into it. Like they're not even like attempting to counter all these fake. Look, man, there should be consequences for abusing a website, like lawsuits. Perfect example. Copyright strikes. Perfect example. Like Gamers Nexus is going through this right now. Obviously, this happened to a ton of different channels, but if you're watching this video, I'm guessing you've watched Gamers Nexus before. He uploaded there's like this black market of GPU smuggling going on in China because of the AI war that's happening in the world right now. Like he did a full-blown, like extremely high quality documentary. Like I watched it before it got taken down, and it is going back up. So if you haven't watched that, go and watch that to support him, because there was a ton of effort put into that and it was very good. And if you are watching this, you will absolutely like it. It's a documentary pretty much explaining how, because China is getting like the 5090D, like it's a lower end 5090 that won't allow companies over there to compete with America's AI boom generated technology. So what's happening is there's like this GPU smuggling thing going on where people are bringing like actual 5090s into China, actual 5080s into China, and just like these higher end graphics cards from America into China, which is why you see the numbers so distorted and twisted, I guess is what I want to say. Like how, like if you go to Steam, there's like a ton of people that are actually using AMD graphics cards right now. But if you look at like the actual investment side of stuff with whatever, not investment, but if you look at the stock market, there we go, brain fart moment. If you look at the actual stock market, like NVIDIA is just obvious 4 trillion. They're probably at like 7 trillion at this point. I haven't looked at the stock market, but whatever. They're worth like a stupid amount more than AMD. And it's because of the smuggling thing. Yeah. So anyways, point being, like there should be like consequences for, so Bloomberg ended up striking Gamers Nexus, which is what I was explaining there. And they took the video down because of that. And Gamers Nexus appealed it. They literally made a full-blown documentary about the they like went to Bloomberg to like whatever. So go and watch that video. Point being is there should be consequences to that stuff. And the same thing with AI and misleading people into purchasing something they're not using. Listen, dude, which is again, so where I was going with that is that's why I don't watch PC hardware on YouTube anymore, because it's fake. It's just a bunch of idiots. Okay. Or if I watch YouTube advice, it's 1 minute of, oh hey, nice, thank you. Oh, here's my sales pitch for the course to find out the rest of this. And then it's another 3 minutes of just repetitive regurgitated bullcrap I already know, followed by another 5 minutes of regurgitated bullcrap they Google searched and had AI script for them. The same thing with business. Oh, hey, let me pop open AI and read a script to you and then sell you the $5,000 course that I also used AI for. So it's, listen. So the reason I'm saying, dude, and just so we're clear, yes. All right. So I did, and just I want to say this because there was a period of my time, okay, and I will admit this. There was a period of my little entrepreneur journey where with me building the computers, that was going very, 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 very well for me, dude. And I started making a lot of money. Like I was able to buy my dream car. I was able to do a lot of things for my parents. I was making a lot of money. And I fell into that trap of going from a nobody with nothing to being, and this like happened like pretty much overnight after the pandemic. This pretty much happened all within like a month. And Well, so at least I didn't buy anything until I was actually like able to, but so this like it all happened. And then this whatever, because of it, I was actually like looking into everything online, and I found Hamza. For those of you that are unaware, he did have a self-development channel, but he started a second like Hamza Advanced channel, which is then where I found Alex Hermosi, and then I got sucked down the funnel of entrepreneurship and making more money. And Hamza had made some sort of video on selling digital courses through school, which Alex Hermosi had invested in. And it's basically an educational platform where you can sell courses and things of that nature. But I didn't want to I didn't want to take that same path where people have to pay that monthly subscription in order to learn. So what I did is I started looking into Shopify and selling digital products with Shopify, which I did try to do. And I had a course to help people start. And these were very, very, very inexpensive. They're very cheap. Okay. So it was a little blueprint when I literally changed my Danda's Chats channel and everything. Like I was kind of like losing my mind at this period. So, and I was becoming very obnoxious and self-absorbed and ignorant and selfish. And I will admit that. But the reason that, just so I can actually explain this and hopefully you can understand why that happened to me. And I lost a huge chunk of my audience during this period. Like that channel was just dying because I had converted it from that gaming into an entrepreneur channel, which was my fault. So, and I promise you I'm explaining all this for a reason. So I fell into that like that money making trap because my PC business was doing so well, man. I genuinely wanted to help other people do what I had done. And I started learning about how you could actually scale these digital products into oblivion because you create it once and then it just constantly sells. Like you create it once and then boom, it's gone. It's like the evergreen content with YouTube. Whereas like I was building these computers, not charging people anything and making my income from YouTube and Amazon, and then the company sending me parts for these computers. And then, so I wanted to teach other people how to do that. And throughout this, like there was probably like a 6-month period where I was creating, because I wasn't using AI to fucking do it for me. I was actually creating them for people in a way that I knew would help the people that actually watched me. So there was like this 4 to 5 to 6 month period where I wasn't me. I was somebody else. And yeah. So anyways, during this time period, I moved to Texas. I got a second apartment down in Texas. I bought the Lamborghini. I did all this stupid shit, dude. And I'm down there thinking to myself, I was an absolute nobody with absolutely nothing. Yet I felt like someone was extremely happy because I had a community connection with YouTube that I literally lost because I sold the 2 other channels because I didn't like uploading the content to them. I killed my chats channel during that period. It's getting back up there. Because I was a self-absorbed, self-righteous freaking prick trying to sell people something. Right? Whereas the PC stuff, listen, that is a business. But the difference between the PC business, dude, and what I was doing with the digital products is that PC business, it still is. It is so I don't really build computers for people through YouTube. I was just becoming too much for me. I'm one person doing all of this, running every single channel, building the computers, doing the Amazon stuff. I can only do so much myself and still enjoy my life without getting burnt out. Like I'm one person doing all of this. So the PC business, again, still is this way. It was all aimed at the customer. I don't charge you anything for the computers. I don't give them away. Like I don't charge you any labor fees. I order everything with my own money, which is one of the ways I'm able to make my money, because when I buy things from Amazon, my credit card gives me cash back, and I never leave a balance on my credit card, even if people don't buy the computer and they flake on me, which happens a lot with YouTube. And honestly, one of the reasons I stopped doing the whole YouTube stuff. However, when I had that momentum where I was building 2 or 3 computers every single day, even if people from YouTube ended up flaking on me, there was Facebook Marketplace that I had. So what I ended up doing is I had got a list, I guess is the only way I can think to explain this, where all these people I had already sold computers to who knew what I was doing, where I was not charging people anything for the money. If somebody wanted a computer from me from YouTube and I had ordered everything with my own money, built it, created the YouTube video, was about to ship it, and they just didn't respond to me anymore, what would happen is I had created this list after selling so many computers throughout this time period where these people would flip the computer for me. So because I wasn't charging any money for these computers, I was building it myself, and the people I had already sold the computer to knew this. I would just message them saying, "Hey, I had somebody flake on me from YouTube. Would you like to sell this computer? You can keep the profit." So they would just give me the money for the computer. I'd send them the list of the parts that I had just barely ordered to build the computer, and like 90% of the time they would say, like, why would they not? I literally just built the computer for absolutely nothing, and I'm going to give it to them so that they can keep the profit from reselling it. So there was that period, and then I don't really know where I'm going with this. I guess I'm just explaining so point being, okay, I remember. That whole business was aimed at the person buying the computer from me, and to everybody wondering, okay, how are you making your money? So YouTube, first of all, I make money from YouTube. Secondly, there's affiliate links in the description of those YouTube videos that send people over to Amazon, and there's this 24-hour cookie where anything those people buy on Amazon, I'm still going to earn money from. The people that click that link and go to over to, they don't pay any extra. They don't, like, they're not charged anything for using my affiliate link. It's just a way for Amazon to give back to me for marketing the product I'm building the computer. And if they want to build it with me, then Amazon pays me for pretty much marketing for them, sending traffic over to their website. And then on top of that, you have to remember that most of the time when people are buying parts for a computer, they need a desk, they need a mouse, they need a keyboard, they need a monitor, microphone, headset, they need all this other crap. So you can imagine most of the computers I was building were like $4,000 or $5,000. Okay. So I had that cash back. It's a free $500 in my pocket for doing absolutely nothing. When I'm building like 3 or 4 computers, that's literally $1,000 per day, just doing absolutely nothing other than ordering parts. That's it. Not even, like, literally not creating the YouTube video, no affiliate links, no nothing, just buying the parts, which I always paid my credit card off. And then Amazon it's called an influencer program, which they invited me into because the amount of traffic that I was sending over to Amazon from my affiliate links with YouTube. My camera's about to overheat. I've been 2 hours. Nah, dude. Whoa. I can't believe I've been talking for this is definitely, I'm not going to upload a 2-hour video. I'm honestly surprised my camera hasn't shut off yet. Where was I going? Oh, so I'm going to have to, I really am. My camera's going to die here pretty quickly, or overheat. So because the amount of traffic that I was sending over to Amazon, they invited me into their influencer program it's been out for a while now. And basically what the Amazon influencer program is it's people that have a product or buy a product from Amazon. They create the video for that product page, the listing on Amazon. And anytime somebody watches their video and then purchases the item, they're going to earn a commission. But even like in this like literal video, I explained this. Most people doing this are lazy. They're just simply buying a product, taking it out of the box, showing it to people, and then think they're going to get a sale. Or in other words, like me, when I was trying to look up that fitness watch, first video, dipped. Second video, dipped. Third video, dipped. Fourth video, dipped. Fifth video, finally found somebody that was actually showing you, oh, hey, I have two different watches that I'm going to compare beside one another. I'm literally showing you B-roll of me running with the watch. I'm literally showing you using the freaking watch. Of course, I would click his link, affiliate link, and buy to give back. Hey, thank you for making a good video for me. I'm going to support you. Or in other words, I built a computer, tested the parts inside of the computer, went over every single part inside of the computer, showing you the footage of me building the computer from not being built to being built with the gameplay in the background, showing you on a monitor, not just screen recorded so that it's fake, like literally showing you the computer running. You like so that was doing really well. And oh, hey, thank you for actually buying the part, building the computer, and testing the part that I'm literally about to buy. Thank you. And then because my conversion rate on Amazon was so well, they have different tiers. And because there's the lower tier and there's the higher tier. And the higher tier are the people with higher conversion rates that are so much more valuable to companies. And companies can see that are selling on Amazon. So companies start emailing me and sending me stuff for the computers, which I literally need for my business. Again, even the companies that I was working with, I didn't charge the companies. So they constantly came back to me. Be Quiet, Corsair, Asus, MSI, all these companies, they kept coming back to me, sending me parts for the computers that I was literally building. And the reason they were doing that is because I was building computers. So basically, I linked my business to Amazon. Can you see why companies were sending me all that? Can you see why the business itself did so well? Is because I wasn't charging people anything for the computers other than the cost of parts. And then I was building the computers, which I had to do for my business, uploading to Amazon, which no other Amazon influencer does. They just take it out of the freaking, oh, hey, here's the freaking item you just looked at. You okay? So you see why that did so well for me. Now that I just went down that rabbit hole for 50 minutes, which I'm absolutely going to edit out because there's no reason this needs to be 2 hours. So yeah, now back to the digital courses and me kind of losing myself. And the whole purpose I'm even explaining all of this is the digital courses that I tried to, I had at that time period, I had started another channel because the Dan Does Chats, which was Dan Does Blueprints, which before that was Dan Does Game. I've changed the name of that channel so many times throughout the years, which is where you're watching this right now. And to anybody that's been with this channel since Super Dan, please let me know down in the comment section below. That would literally make my day. If there's actually somebody that watched the video up to this point and you actually remember me from when my channel was named Super Dan 1989 or Super Dan, because it was Super Dan after that. So yeah. So anyways, I'd started the fuck, I forgot where I was going with that now. So my point being, dude, I explained what you needed to know anyways. I had lost myself during that time period. And anyway, where I was going with all this stuff, the digital courses and why I don't really watch YouTube and why I'm just creating the content the way that I make it now is because I am me. I'm a real human. If the real human that is literally verbally speaking this into a microphone that you are watching the video, if I am sick of YouTubers, if I am sick of reading fake reviews, if I'm sick of watching fake reviews, and if I'm sick of people just showing their fake life doing or covering things that aren't realistic and just fake, oh, hey, here's my $10 million train that I ran into a fucking hole. Or in other words, Mr. Beast. Why do people watch that? Like, dude. And I'm like, he clearly knows what he's doing. But like from my brain, my standpoint, like, why do people watch that? Like, what is the point of, oh, hey, look at the train falling into a hole. Good job. Oh, you just gave a person $100,000. Wonderful. They're going to blow it in 2 seconds. So anyways, yeah. So you get my point. If I'm sick of this, I know other people are sick of it as well. And if when I was in my recovery process and I was trying to get better from the things that I was dealing with, both substance wise and mental health wise, I was watching YouTube. and I was watching people I related to. Like I really liked cars at that time period. Like I still remember Chris Borgers and TJ Hunt. Those two people, I constantly watched those two people. Roman Atwoods was another one. Dosafuzzi when he was not losing his mind. Yeah, or Fuzi Tube, or no, yeah, Dosafuzzi, that was his vlog channel. And I was just like, I was watching people that I could connect with. Like I was watching people that liked things I like, and it was real. Like Dosafuzzi, like he was sharing the things that he was going through. Roman Atwoods, he was sharing the things that he was doing with his family. Yes, he did some challenges and things of that nature. TJ Hunt, he was just working on cars, driving cars, and having fun with cars. Chris Borgers, the first dream car that I ended up buying was the FRS GT86 BRZ, which I bought the GT86. I ended up totaling that car. Then I bought the FRS because I still liked the car and I didn't want to just like not have it. And yeah, so like during that time period, it was just me kind of like connecting with other people, which that doesn't exist on YouTube anymore, which is why I create the content the way that I do. And I just free flow and I have conversations with people, right? And it's like that's impacting the types of comments that I get. So that whole 1 hour explanation of why I disabled the comments with certain words in them is because I'm sick of reading them. So yeah, dude. Hopefully this was entertaining for you. This was so I've never made it. I don't think I've ever made a 2-hour video. This was a very, 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 very long video. So this is definitely going to be edited down out the Palooza. But yeah, I'm going to end this, man, for the first time after saying that like 4 different times. Peace.